Rosie. And I just wanted to say that before we get into anything else, I'd like to thank everybody for listening in. I know that people are disappointed yesterday that the Cleveland Guardians season is over. They lost. Keep your head up high. Guardians, I mean, nobody expected them to make it this far because, hey, they were one of the youngest teams in Major League. So make sure that you keep watch for them next year. Speaking of keep watch with this young lady and her other young lady, Miss Shy Santiago, and her daughter Rosie, which I am about to focus on right now. So, Shy, we were talking about, I know you and Cash were talking about, what do you do when to prepare for homeschool for a child that is not here yet? For if you don't have any children, but how do you prepare?
Right. So with knowledge, you read up on some really good books. I gave Cash some suggestions because those are the books that I read.
Do you want to share them with the rest of the audience?
Yes. Awakening the Natural Genius in Black Children by Amos Wilson. Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys by Joanza Kunjufu, and The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. And that's just 3 so far.
There's plenty more. So you want to prepare yourself before, and I'm sure that, Black History Month is celebrated in your school every single, besides February.
Yes, besides that, it's 365 days.
Right. So I'm going, before we ask your daughter a question, now she's lighting up and she's prepared. So who is your biggest influence as far as Black history is concerned?
Black history, who's my biggest influence?
Yes.
Wow. Malcolm X.
Malcolm?
Malcolm.
Now, Brother Malcolm said, don't listen to entertainers. So if y'all listen to Kanye West thinking that he's talking the truth, you might want to rethink that theory.
Right.
So you said Malcolm X. So what do you take, what teachings you take from Brother Malcolm? Oh, wrong live, rest his soul. So
much. Malcolm X, he spoke so much knowledge. Yes. Right. We're always watching the Malcolm X movie, but he brought so much to the table. And I'm not, I'm not a Muslim or anything like that. But I respect his teachings when it came to the mental freedom of Black people. You know what I mean? Especially the part when he was like, who told you that your hair was ugly? Who told you that your nose was big? Who told you that your skin, man, that touched me. Right. Because we're supposed to love ourselves.
So, Miss Rosie, who is your biggest influence in Black history? Well, besides your mom, that's a given.
Dr. Martin King Jr.
Dr. Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you take away from Dr. King's speech?
He explained the Black history. Like, he told everybody, like, the stuff that he talked about. But it was so sadly that he died.
Right. We understand, just Brother Malcolm. And, so now I'm going to get back to you, Miss Shy Santiago. We know that sometimes in Black history, we have opposition from either our own or so-called the oppressor. How much pushback or backlash have you received homeschooling?
With homeschooling?
Yes. Or just teaching children different languages? Because I know you teach your own, but what about did you want to teach others?
Well, influence.
Yes, influence.
Influence other, that's what we're doing. We're already influenced. Now, when we first started, people were like, multilingual, what are you talking about? Like, why are you trying to teach kids? We barely speak in English. Like, Why are you what you talking about? Russian?
Or Ebonics.
Right. You talking about Russian in the hood. What is you talking about? And I'm just like, and here I am, and I'm like, no, you have to understand we are already multilingual people. We are everywhere on this earth, and we all speak different languages. So we're already multilingual people. Come on, y'all. You have to remember who you are. So, yeah, I got, and in the beginning, back in 2017, yeah, people thought I was crazy. What are you talking about? We supposed to be speaking what?
Right. So, pretty much worldly, there are black Russians besides African Americans.
Yes.
There are black Russians. There are black Arabs. They have pretty much Arabs are our brothers. But, they are black Ukrainians. There are black British people. And everybody talking about Idris Elba. Idris Elba is not from this country. If y'all, Drake is from Canada. So let's just be, y'all want to go really, and he makes and everybody talk about Drake, but Drake is from Canada. So, I mean, yeah. So you got to think about that. We already have influences in entertainment and education in African-American people that come from other countries. So you got to think about that.
Yeah, you do. And a lot of our people forget that even though that we're in different parts of the world, we are still the same people. We are all, if you take out the time and you look and see what's going on in other countries, you'll see, wait a minute, they're going through the same things we're going over here, the self-hate, the police brutality. They're going through the same things. Only her name over there in the other country, she just got another name. You know what I mean? She just speaking another language. Right. But we're still going through the same things.
Have a different accent. Yeah. Things of that nature. So where do you see your influence being in the next 5 to 10 years?
My influence?
Yes, your influence.
Well, we're trying to do this worldwide. Everywhere. I mean, we're over in South America. We have a book over in Africa. I'm trying to influence, Black children around the world, so that we can connect with each other.
So before I get to your GoFundMe, so you said Black children. What about if other children want to join into this realm?
All children can learn from us. All children can learn. And, and learn different languages at the same time. Black, white, Asian, all children can come and learn from us. You know what I mean? I'm Black first, though.
Right,
remember
exactly.
That.
Got you. There was an argument about mixed race and Black between two brothers. I was on the Rapid. I was coming here, and I was like, y'all realize that we all from Black, we all pretty much, I'm saying the same. Yeah. Jesus is Black, so might as well get it all together. So
right. It's just this social construction that's separating everybody,
right,
and putting everybody in different places.
Right, exactly. So, we're gonna the thing about it is how can people what's your GoFundMe, Miss Shy? And
our GoFundMe is free, colorful, bilingual book. So it's free, colorful, bilingual books. That's our GoFundMe name. Of course, Learn a Language for Fun, LLC. And we have a YouTube channel. We also have a YouTube channel where we're being the example for everybody. And it's Multilingual Stars Homeschool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the YouTube channel?
That's our YouTube channel. And you'll be able to see each one of my children speaking in different languages or singing.
Okay.
Like I say, we're trying to be an example.
Well, it brings us, since one of your children is here and has spoken, so if you want to Cash, you want to turn Miss Rosie's mic on, and you want to sing a song in one of the languages?
Language?
You want to sing a song in one of the languages?
Sure.
Of course you would. All right, so the spotlight is on you, Rosie. Go ahead.
You want to do...
No, which song could you sing?
You're so
I
silly.
got so many.
Here, you know what? What about do affirmations for our friends?
Okay.
Mimi ni mrembo.
Mimi ni mrembo, I am beautiful. Mimi ni natosha, I am enough. Hakuna matatas, no worries for me. Daily affirmations will keep me happy.
Oh my God! Sound the horns! Oh man, that was wonderful. You are great, Rosie. You are great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You gotta come. You gotta come back with your mom. You gotta come back. And it's like I'm sure that she's representing with you well. So when you have being an influencer, what is the biggest responsibility of being an influencer?
The biggest responsibility of being an influencer is, I feel, making sure that you're showing the right content to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm an influencer with languages. So I want to be able to show, I want to be able to show everybody everything that has to do with languages. I want to be a positive role model. I think that's one of the biggest things to me, being a positive role model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Okay. I mean, that pretty much that's enough.
Yeah.
So we do we got one more break in this, Cash?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take our last break, and then we're going to wrap it up on the headline Eye on Nerve, DJ, WNRV1081.com. Before we go on our last break, Miss Rosie.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say before we go on our last break?
Nope.
You don't? Really?
One thing to say.
What's that?
You are very wonderful and beautiful. Do not let anybody talk about you.
All right. You know what? I love her. She got to come back. You know what, Jay? You about to be replaced by Miss Rosie. Miss Jay, the Queen with the Gold Mic. We got the princess with the colorful glasses in the building. So we'll go take our last break. We'll be back on the headline Eye on Nerve DJs Network, WNRV1081.com. In the building, we're going to take our last song. So we'll be right back.